Good morning. As you can see, it is a nice, beautiful, sparsely cloudy morning. You can still see that big, beautiful full moon from last night. It is gorgeous. I hope that catches on camera. It probably will. It's very bright. You can see it just there, I think. I think my finger will capture in the video. But yeah, the bright moon. You can hear the birds. You can see the clouds. It made the clouds rosy. I took a couple of pictures on my way over here, but it was already not rosy by the time that I was able to get over here and start recording. So unfortunately, that's not that beautiful morning pink in the clouds, but regardless, it's a beautiful, chill morning nonetheless. I am glad that it's finally not so hot and humid. I have trouble breathing. That's nice. So I'm enjoying my walk this morning. I've already been out here about 20 minutes. Can't really think of anything to say, really. I've said everything that I want to say about myself and my problems 100 times. I've said everything that I can think to say about how to think and feel about what's going on in our society 100 times. I just don't really know what else to say at this point. I've been detaching from politics and culture war stuff because I just don't think that it's good for me. Going back about 10 years ago, I really wanted to get involved and try to make a difference because I saw what was happening where I lived. This was back when I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico. In just a short number of years, I moved there for work. In a short number of years, I saw the white erasure. The destruction of things, people being replaced, massive amounts of foreigners just massively flooding in from the southern border. And I thought to myself, somebody should do something about this. And I was already aware of just how rotten and bad everything was because I'd been paying attention for a while, but I never really felt racial consciousness until around then, like 10 years ago, when I realized these people are not like me, and I was lied to in school. I was lied to by the media. I was lied to by comic books and preachers and movies. People are different, and the numbers make a big difference. 1 or 2 foreigners that's forced to conform is not really that big of a problem. When you start having thousands and thousands of them coming in, they don't have to conform. They make their own little enclaves, and then half the places that I could go don't even speak English anymore, and they look at me like I'm the foreigner. And see, I had never encountered that until around 2014, 2015. And that's why I wanted to get active. Well, in the last decade, I've learned a lot of things about elite theory, about who controls what, about how things are, about how many things we've been lied to, and just about how rigged all of the system is. And that's very disheartening. And that's why I sort of gave up. And I just have been talking the last few years about what we can do to help survive until something. So there's a vehicle coming. I'm going to drop the camera a moment. It was a small truck, but it was loud. Anyway. So, oh no, a school bus is coming. My goodness. Let me cross the road here. All right. All right, there we go. Well, I picked the wrong time to start recording, huh? All right. Anyway, I have learned a lot of things that make me feel like no matter how much I get involved in politics, there's really not much I can do to change this rotten system. And so I became a dissident several years ago. And most of you have only known me since that point, where I don't think that there will be a political fix to this via the regular means. I don't think that any amount of talking about communism or World War II or any of that is going to fix anything. This is one of the reasons why I support both the White Wellbeing Community and Old Glory Club, because they agree with me on those points. And there's another car coming. I'll walk over here. They agree with me. Of course, the White Wellbeing Community pushes the curative contagion, which I support. I think it's a good idea. because they believe that it is necessary to spread to as many whites as possible the cure to the anti-white mind disease. And that community believes that doing that is what will give us the best shot at having a future worth living. I can't say that I disagree, so I support them. And then the Old Glory Club is similar in view. They believe that the best that they can do is focus on their country. And of course, they view things as white people, heritage Americans. They are very racially conscious. And they want to create a network of men who are aware of all these things, who are professionals that work in law, business, investment, all the important fields of work, and create a fraternal organization by heritage Americans to help advance the well-being of heritage Americans. And I think that they're doing a great job. So I like these two groups of people. However, I can't really give a crap anymore, because I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, it's the same shit all the time. I'm surrounded by this beautiful, pristine little community of a bunch of people who don't want to know about the rest of the world, who don't care and want me to not care. And that's been pulling me in too, pretty much ever since I've had a channel. Because my loved ones, my friends, my family, they want me to just forget all of this and just enjoy the life that we have here. And you know what? I probably should have listened to them and never been a content creator and never made videos and never gotten involved, because my life has only been more stressful, more lonely, and more frustrating ever since I started all of this. And I still feel like I did the right thing, but I'm worse off for it, and I don't like that, because I don't really have anything to talk about with my family and loved ones anymore. Or even my friends that I see occasionally. They want to talk about movies and TV shows and sport ball and things that I completely unplugged from like 10 years ago. It's like I have nothing in common anymore with the people I'm supposed to have the most in common with. And that's fucked up. And I wish it wasn't so, but it is so. And so that's why the last year and a half, I have been dramatically limiting my time engaging with news and online sphere stuff. And I have gotten a lot better. I still have trouble interfacing with people around here because I'm not interested in TV shows and sport ball and modern movies and stuff. So I have trouble with that. But at least spending time off the internet, spending time with said people, it does seem to make things a little better. So, oh, hi, good morning, horse. We'll say good morning to this horsey. Good morning, Fred. How are you today? Are you doing okay? You a good looking horse. I like your spots. Hi, buddy. Hi. Well, we'll bid adieu to the friendly horse and we'll go this way. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, this is nice. It'll probably be quiet. We'll walk up into this area. So, I suppose then, there's really not much else to say. I don't know where I'm going from here. I don't hate doing Discordant Dragons. I like doing that. I like doing the streams I do with Chris. But I kind of wish that I could make content about other things. But I just don't know if those things would be worth my time as a profit-seeking enterprise. Because I'd like to talk about movies and video games and stuff. I would like to cover things that I think are interesting or weird or valuable about media of the past. I don't know if there's any money in that. I don't know if there's any interest in that. And I don't know if there are 800 million billion people who are already covering those exact things. So would it be a waste of my effort to try to shift gears and and do another kind of content? Who can say? But I don't know. That's really all I have to say today. I'm better than I was, but I would like to be healthier. So better is better, I suppose. So that's good. I love you guys. I hope you have a good week. I should probably stop walking. We'll wrap this up. And I'll be back Thursday with Chris again, Mr. Newsfist, for more Empire of Lies or Gulag Cafe. And whoever or whatever you pray to, pray for me to have peace and guidance, because I need it. Thank you all very much for being with me this far, and I'll see you next time. God bless.